Hi, Accelerators. It's Diane Spadola, and welcome to my open house. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a tour of the Accelerate Your Success Facebook group so that way you'll know, especially if you haven't been really involved in groups in the past, or certainly not this one, you'll have an opportunity to see what the online classroom, which is my Facebook group, is all about. It is free to join. I ask that people answer a few really simple questions, and then I welcome you into the group, usually about once a week. I try to mention that also on my weekly video blog, which is done on Tuesdays, and it's called Traction Tips at 12. So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on the replay, I would love it if you could leave a comment with just hashtag replay so that I know that you are here. And if you do have any questions while we're going along, you do have to allow StreamYard, which is what I'm broadcasting on today, to utilize your name in order for me to see. I can see your comment, but it comes up as Facebook user unless you give them permission to show your Facebook name. All right, so the page, let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger. Okay, so here we are. You can find us very easily underneath the URL, which I'm gonna put here. Okay, so this is the URL. So you could actually go to facebook.com/groups/ and then you can type in Accelerate Your Success, or you could just search under groups. We're in the A's, so it should be easy to find up towards the top. All right, so that is the URL that you would put in your browser bar. And obviously you can bookmark this so that you can come back to it every single day, or you can have this be a homepage. That's what I do because it's my group. So that it pops up when you first open your browser. Once you're in the group, you are not going to see the things that are over here on the left-hand side. These are all for me, okay? So this is where I get notified that you or somebody else, a friend, a colleague, a peer, your neighbor, your mother, I don't know, has decided to join the group, and they fill out the 3 little questions. And then I get notified that there's a member request, okay? I approve those easily on a daily basis, sometimes more than twice a day. Let me see if I can get rid of this so that you can see more. Okay, so if you wanted to get started, you can learn about the group by going to this About tab, okay? So what that does is it tells you basically the parameters of the group. It says that it's private, which means that it's not open to everybody on the web, which means we don't get a lot of spam, which is fantastic. It's visible, which means that if you know what you're looking for, anyone can find this group, okay? So they need to know that it's called Accelerate Your Success, and then they can go and find it. It is classified as a social learning group, which means that it's organized into chapters or modules, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Then if there is a link to an app that I use frequently, that would be listed in the group apps, and it also tells a little bit of the history. So as you can see here, this group was created long before COVID. It was created on February 19th of 2019. And right away, it became populated with face painters, party entertainers, solo entrepreneurs that were interested in marketing their businesses. The group now has transitioned to a little bit more diversity, in which case anybody that owns their own business and is looking for assistance in marketing as a habit or a routine can join this group. So it's not limited to party entertainers anymore, but you'll see if you were to look at the membership list and you are a party entertainer, you'd see a lot of familiar faces. So feel free to share this with anybody that you know that has a small business that is looking for some marketing support. And when I say support, I mean I'm going to teach you as a teacher and a coach how to do it yourself, all right? You could hire me, but I'm pretty expensive since I have, 35 years of experience in either corporate marketing and sales or the entrepreneurial side of marketing and sales. So hiring me one-on-one to do your marketing is not really a solution that is good for somebody who's on a budget. But joining the group and learning along with everybody else and taking part in the prompts is the best way. And it also is a lot more fun to learn in a group than it would be by yourself. So let's keep going. We have 808 members, okay? So as you can see, many of my friends, I'm friends with a lot of face painters, so 334 of them are members of this group. Then I have a few admins that are actually related to this group. One is Belinda Wasser, who's an amazing IT and virtual assistant support. And then Mandy Witham, who's shown here with her husband and baby. She actually is managing the group on a day-to-day basis. She's also arranging for you to get the newsletter once you join the group, which I tell you about when you join. And she is doing the weekly postings, which means that when I write a new blog or newsletter, she posts it in the group so that you can easily find it. Okay, you can always ask a question of either Mandy or me, and we'll be happy to get back to you as quickly as we can. FYI, Mandy has her own virtual assistant business, which she has just started in the last couple of months. She's located on the West Coast in the state of Washington, but she is happy to talk to you about any proposal that you have for database marketing, Google research, email newsletter support, social media posting. She's pretty good with Canva, and she does an amazing job of making sure things are done right the first time. So I can't speak highly enough, and I'd be happy to talk to you personally if you are in the need for a virtual assistant. Moving on over, let's go back. Okay, the discussion is this is where you'll find not only the most recent activity, but you'll also find the daily postings, all right? The most recent activity this week is that I did a Facebook Live yesterday that talked about 4 easy ways to define your niche. Now today, there's going to be a newsletter going out that is pretty much similar to that on the weekly traction tips. It goes out weekly. We usually try to publish on Wednesday, and it's the way that I can get directly into your inbox. And also, if you're not a Facebook person, it's an opportunity for you to connect with me through the newsletter. So that'll go up today, and we'll replace this post, which went up yesterday. Now, let's talk a little bit. I post prompts. So this is an idea that I have for you to share with me an obstacle. And I'll talk more about this when we talk about a specific section of the group. So I will post these prompts. All of them are related to being stuck. And I want to know what your obstacle is. And what I will do is I will not only answer you personally, like in the comment of the post, but I will also do a Facebook Live if it's a question that I think other people might benefit from the answer. So I am more than happy to serve as your marketing therapist, your IT person, your social media advisor. My specialty is creating an easy system for you to be able to market your business on a daily or a weekly basis. But obviously, I've been doing this for a long time. I have a lot of marketing and sales and business know-how, and I never want you to do anything that you're uncomfortable with. So I always try to present multiple options for your region, your occupation, what your personality is like. Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? And so on. So if you're stuck and you want some help, don't hesitate to put your post here. And like I said, when I answer it, that answer might benefit hundreds of people in addition to yourself. Moving on down. Every day I have a theme. okay, in the group. So every day, usually between 9 and 9:30, I post a prompt, and that is for you to do something in marketing your business. So Monday's theme is word of mouth marketing, all right? Which means you need to do something to connect with your clients, not necessarily in a salesy way, but to connect with your prospects or your customers or the people that are on your Facebook page and start a conversation or remind them that you're alive or tell them what the situation is with COVID right now in your area. It's just an ongoing communication stream to get with your customers. I love handwritten notes, but other people, not so much. They might want to use the email. So they would send an email to Susie, an email to Mr. Jones, an email to, Mrs. Smith. Okay, those might be the 3 things that you're going to do this week to get in touch with your customers. And you're going to place those 2 actions, 3 actions, whatever, down here. This is a way that we can share some accountability. Okay, so by the end of the week, we would hope that these things that you put here, when they're out there for everybody to see, would actually be done. All right, Mondays I also do a little inspirational post just to remind you to get back to work. On the weekends, I try not to post too much because the vast majority of my audience are working entertainers. But what I do post is for those of you who are not working on the weekend, what are you doing to take care of yourself? So I always have a self-care post. It's a chance for us to share a little bit of our personalities with one another. Are you an outdoors person? Are you hiking? Are you doing something with your kids? Are you going to a really fabulous resort or vacation spot? This is where you get to share that. Then going backwards on Fridays, this is where you get to follow up on whatever you posted on Monday. All right. So on Fridays, I ask, how have you exercised your marketing muscles this week? This is a chance for you to say, well, I didn't get to those 2 customers that I had wanted to, but I did this instead. I posted 5 times on Facebook. I did my first Facebook Live. I shared a newsletter. I forwarded an article on LinkedIn. I shared an article on LinkedIn. And let me just remind you, while we're here, posting on social media, including LinkedIn, is a good thing, okay? It reminds your customers that you're still in business, that you're still around, and helps to keep you at the top of their mind. However, posting on social media repeatedly in promotion of your business is not a good thing. All right? Social media is not all about you. All right? What you want to do is you want to invite people to like, comment, and share on your posts, and understand that in the algorithm for social media, sharing is the most important thing that you can do. So liking a post is great. Commenting on a post is better. But the real Megillah, the absolute treasure trove, is getting your customers, clients, prospects, and friends to share what you posted. And all of this becomes even more valuable if it's on your business page. Okay? I talk about that a lot. So if you haven't heard my philosophy on business pages, stay tuned. Okay, so that's Friday. Thursday, I want people to start their days with gratitude. So what I have is I have Thanksgiving Thursday. This started years and years ago, and I ask people to put down what they're grateful for. That could be a sunny day outside. It could be the fact that summer's starting. It could be the fact that they got their second vaccine booster. It could be that they have a supportive spouse or children, or that the laundry is done. It doesn't matter to me, but at this point in my life, especially after the past year that we've had, I've realized that it's really important to be thankful for even the littlest things, like the ability to go outside, eat in a restaurant, or visit with friends. Wednesday is usually the day we publish the newsletter, and you can connect to that newsletter right here. All you have to look is for this logo, Weekly Traction Tips, and that's how it comes to your email. If you want to read it on my blog, if you click on that picture, it'll go straight to my website, and you can read the newsletter in its entirety. I also do Wow Wednesdays, which is a chance for you to brag about everything that you're doing. I don't care whether you cleaned a closet. I don't care whether you happen to get out of bed, get dressed this morning. If that is a big thing worth us cheering you on for, I want you to put it here. We do this every single Wednesday, and I want the opportunity to congratulate you on doing something that you think is worth being congratulated for. They don't have to be big ideas. They just have to be things that make you feel proud and like you accomplished something. And then lastly, because we're back to Monday now, is Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday is my resource guide that allows you as a member to tell us what your favorite tools and apps are that support your business. So if you have an especially favorite stock photo site, if you have a calendar app, if you have a really good way of keeping track of your contacts, if you use a teleprompter or a transcriber or some sort of app that helps you create fantastic Facebook posts, this is where you put that, okay? And every week, Mandy goes through, she pulls them off and she puts them on a spreadsheet. We update the Taco Tuesday resource guide, which is a printed PDF or downloadable PDF, either way, and that is updated every 6 months. So we just updated in April, and if you haven't gotten the new one, you definitely want to go and get that. And let me show you where you're going to do that. So you go back up here to the top, all right? You go over here to where it says More, and you go down here to where it says Files. In this section are all the files and documents that I deemed appropriate to share with all of you. So right here at the top is the Taco Tuesday updated format for April of 2021. And then you can look forward to getting the next one in November, and I usually post that like everywhere so that you make sure that you get the most recent version. These are all clickable links. So in fact, let me just show you. I think I can do this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can scroll through by category, but everywhere that you see the blue is a clickable link. We try to tell you what that tool, app, and software is for, and we also put it in a category based on how it's used, okay? So it's 17 pages of the resources that your colleagues in this group can't live without. All right, let's get out of this. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to be talking to you, and I appreciate that you're on here live or that you're watching this as a replay. So let's get to the stuff that I do specifically for you. When you go here to guides, this is sort of, the way I think about it is it's like chapters, okay? So if it was an online classroom, or if you were a corporate entity, this would be the handbook, the manual. It would be broken with dividers and tabs to tell you where you need to go to find something really specific. So let's start from the beginning, and I'll show you what's in each one of these guides. These used to be called units, and then Facebook changed the name. So now you can look here. This is a constantly replenishing resource that goes all the way back to the first thing I ever created that went in this group. So it's a treasure trove, and I'm not suggesting that you binge watch, but if you have some time and you want to look for something that you want to know about, you might be able to find it in these sections, okay? First of all, to start here, if you're a new member, I encourage that everybody read that, all right? It talks a little bit about what the group is, It shares the sort of calendar for the week of our prompts. And it's basically like your welcome notice from me. If you go on down, guide number 2 is anything related to social media. Okay, so right now there's a chapter in there, a little presentation called Online Reviews, why you need them and how to get them. So if getting more reviews and testimonials is something that you're looking for, this is a good place to learn that. Coffee and Concerns is a unit that was developed during the pandemic, and it was actually a chance for people to share with me questions and concerns that they had about their business. I would handle one question and concern in each live broadcast. So you can find all those there. Unfortunately, at this point, they are tagged by date as opposed to subject, but mark my words, that's going to be changing soon. Okay, chapter number 4. This is the Thursday afternoon tune-ups. I did 100 of these. So they're little short snippets. And when I say short, I mean like 3 minutes. Okay, they got longer as I went along because there's more to talk about. But in the beginning, they were things that you should be thinking about on Thursday afternoon. All right, so it was before a really busy weekend, things as you're wrapping up your business week. And a lot of it is today I did this, and I'm sharing what I do for my business so that if you're interested, you can emulate that or adapt it for your own use. So Thursday afternoon tune-ups, they are on YouTube on my Bella Faccia Painting channel, organized by keyword, okay? So you could actually search in my channel and find a specific topic that you're looking for. But here, they're organized chronologically, and again, my anticipation is that's going to change. Okay, guide number 5 is where we put the marketing tools and resources and how to use them. So for example, I talked about Google Alerts. I then gave you a handout on Google Alerts. When we do things like talk about Facebook pages, that will go here. When we do things like setting up the perfect LinkedIn profile, that will go here. Now, obviously, if you want all the good stuff, you want to be part of my paid membership group, but I post an awful lot for free. I never had a paid membership group until June of 2020. So all the content that I had created before that is all in this free Facebook group. Don't look at guide number 6. That's the paid membership group description, and that is going to be revised. And we will be relaunching the driver's seat in July, getting ready for that in June. So just send me a DM if you're interested in learning more about the driver's seat. It's a relatively inexpensive way to get trained and coached by me on a monthly basis. Guide number 7 is Mindset Mondays. I did these during what I considered to be the most distressing period of the pandemic, which was last summer, August, September, and October, when people were going into their second phase lockdowns, and it looked like face painting, party entertaining, social events, special gatherings were going to basically be a wash for the whole year of 2020. So I wanted you to make sure that you did things for your business and that you had a good attitude when you woke up on Monday morning. So I recorded these little Facebook Lives just about mindset, how to sort of shift your thinking so that the glass is half full instead of half empty. Let me go back. Okay, so pushed too many buttons that time. And then the last thing that's in here, which is underneath the Unit 8, is the Traction Tuesdays. Okay, when I changed this group from being one designated specifically for party entertainers and face painters, I started changing the Traction Tuesdays because people weren't getting ready for a weekend anymore. Right? These are for people that have all different kinds of jobs that work during the week. And any entrepreneur that's a solo business owner can be a member of this group and gain value. So if that's you, or you know somebody that fits that description, a solo business owner that is marketing hesitant, marketing challenged, doesn't like to do marketing, thinks it's drudgery, doesn't have the time, any of those things, I provide simple and easy relationship marketing habits that will help you to do things as a more routine part of your daily life or weekly life, however you manage to schedule it. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. Oh my goodness. And I will see you in the online classroom. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for watching this video. And don't hesitate to come to me if you have any questions at all or have trouble getting past an obstacle. Handling problems is my expertise. Talk to you soon.